Alright guys, so we sold the running boards and we sold the grill that came off the truck. So that'll go towards whatever it is that we end up getting next. For the truck, I'm gonna put it all back into it. The antenna came for the truck. So, we unbox this thing. The other one's just a regular chrome antenna, so they're supposed to be engraved. So we'll see if they sent the right one. Looks like they did. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Alright, so I guess we'll just throw that one on. Here's what it looks like right now with just the regular chrome antenna. Not bad. Alright, so we got the new antenna on. I don't know how much I love it. If I'm gonna be honest, I might just end up putting the regular chrome one back on. If this wasp doesn't sting me. I'll put the new antenna on. I don't know how much I love it. I might just end up putting it back on the regular chrome one and leaving off the engraved one. I don't know how much I like it, but let me know what you think. Here it is. I don't know how much I like the engraved one. I think I liked the regular chrome one better than this engraved one, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Not in love with it. I thought I was gonna like it a lot more than I do. So I might just end up putting this regular chrome one back on. I think it fits a little bit better. Maybe I'll just sell this one on Marketplace too, which is a little silly, but is what it is, you know. I thought I was gonna like it a lot more, so. Yeah, I ended up putting the regular chrome one back on. I'm just gonna list this one on Marketplace and see if I have any people that want to buy it. I just like the regular chrome one better, but I am gonna use that money that I got from selling all that stuff, put it either towards new tires, rims, new mirrors, or towards the fund for the new taillights. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do yet, but whenever I make a decision, we'll figure it out. Alright, it's been a little bit. I have not bought anything else for the truck. I've sold the grill that came off the truck. Sold that on Marketplace for 40 bucks. I sold the running boards that came off the truck for 40 bucks. And I sold that bug visor that came off of my 2010 Ram that I had for like a month. Sold that for 20 bucks. Haven't bought anything else. I had one guy kind of interested in the grill, the first grill that came that was broken for the truck, but he hasn't came and got it. And then the seller wanted me to return both of them, which I said no to. And then they asked if I would be okay with a partial refund, and so we're kind of negotiating that. I first said I would take 60 for a partial refund, and they offered 35, so I came back to 45. So we'll see if they accept that or not. Now, the reason why I have not bought anything else for the truck is because I'm kind of thinking of swapping it out again. This past week on Monday, I drove 3.5 hours to go look at a truck that was listed here in Florida. It was a 2005 GMC 2500 with the 6.6 turbo diesel. I've had one of these trucks before, but I had an 01, so it was an LB7. This one's an LY. The deal was my truck for their truck, and then I put four grand on top of the deal. Started off at 5 grand, negotiated down to 4 grand. I thought it was a clean truck. It looked clean on Marketplace, but showing up, realized that the rocker panel on the driver's side and passenger side were rusted. Like rusted through. Like on the driver's side, there was like some big slits. On the passenger side, there's more like pinhole, but either way, the rockers had to be cut out and replaced. and for $4 grand, I thought it was a clean truck, so wasn't gonna do it. Did kind of like a brief inspection of the truck, didn't really look at it that hard, and so I left. While I was driving home, they offered $2,200 on top of my truck for me to turn around and go back. The time I think about it, wasn't really that interested. Then later that week, I mean, I'm messaging other dealerships. I know, you know, selling private sale and dealerships is a lot different, but it's a lot easier with the dealership because they take trade-ins, like whether you know, personal or private sellers. It's kind of hard to find someone who wants your specific truck enough to trade for their specific truck. So it's a lot harder to do a trade on Marketplace. But, you know, dealerships just not offering, you know, enough for me to say yes to the deal to do it. And so I messaged him back, and I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, well, if I can get it for lower, you know, I can cut out the rockers, I can replace it, and repaint the truck, because it was like a sand brown, I think. Didn't love the color. It was not my favorite color. The one I had a year ago or two was a black one. It was jacked up, you know, it was all gone through. It was a beautiful truck. So I offered $1,000 on top. Then they came back at $1,900. So I drove back to go look at it again. Got there, and the frame is good. Things were kind of checking out. I thought it had a CTS3 monitor in it, but it didn't have like an older one, so I couldn't check the balance rate, so I don't know if the injectors were good or going bad or whatever. And the freaking mount broke on the dash whenever I was trying to mess with it, so it was just hanging. So I was like, dude, this is not great. I mean, the tailgate was stuck open, it didn't close. You know, the coolant, the upper radiator hose was like suction shut, not shut, but it was like constricted. You know, I don't know if there was a bad head gasket. I didn't see any bubbling in the coolant tank or whatever, but you never know. So went on a test drive. You know, the steering was stiff. It just felt weird, man. It felt weird. My gut was telling me no, so got back. I was like, I don't want to do the deal. Manager came out, offered key for key, so just key for key swap. It's a pretty intriguing deal because this truck isn't worth as much as a Duramax is. It only had 153,000 miles, so it was a low mileage Duramax. So it was an intriguing deal. I just walked away from it because it wasn't good enough for me. You know, I feel like it's kind of one of those things that I kind of have buyer's remorse after it was already done. So walked away from it. That day it turned into a 9-hour drive because of traffic. So 9 hours driving this fucking truck to Tampa. But I'm still in the hunt for a Duramax. I really want another one again. Driving that other one kind of fueled the itch to want one again. I promised that I would keep this next truck for at least a year. You know, so maybe it's a good thing I walked away from that deal because, you know, I don't know if I'd make it a year with that truck. But I got an offer on CarMax for like $8,100 for this truck. Not a great deal. I'm trying to sell it on Marketplace for like over 10. So it kind of offset. I think the plan now is I'm going to probably buy a truck first, or I mean whatever comes first. If this one sells, then I'll sell it and buy another car, you know, whatever. But I'm gonna buy it with my own money and then just sell this. Just so I can kind of control the quality of, you know, I'm not stuck to whoever agrees with the deal. Looking at one right now for like $18,500 they want for it, but we'll see. I'm afraid I'd give y'all an update because I haven't done anything but this truck. Actually no, I did one thing, so give me a second. Alright, we got a big mod here I got for the interior. So if you'll notice, we're missing something, and that would be this little plastic plate, and I got this one off the TikTok shop. It just randomly popped up. I don't know how they knew I was missing my cover plate. Let's see if it fits. If it fits, it'd be cool. I think it was like literally $10 on TikTok shop. So I was like, you know, whatever. Give me a second. Let me see if I can figure this out. All right, never mind. I lied. This does not fit this truck. It's whatever. Not a big deal. Like I said, it was $10, so I'm not worried about it. So I actually have nothing to add to the truck because I haven't done anything or bought anything. So, well, I appreciate y'all sticking around and watching anyway. Haven't had to do anything to the truck. It's been good. When I first got the truck, I did brake pads. I should have recorded it, but I didn't because I hadn't made the YouTube video yet. But it's okay, you know. I just don't really want to dump money in mods on a truck that I don't really plan on keeping, you know. So, and you could argue that with like any of my trucks, because I don't have a good track record of keeping them for very long. But I got the title today. Yeah, I got the title today from the DMV. So everything should be good for ready to sell it. Just, you know, wait on someone to buy it on my marketplace listing. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. Thanks. Peace.